So this is Jordan Lauber here from the Trimble Mixed Reality team. I'm just going to be giving a short overview and some assembly instructions for Trimble's HoloLens Hardhat. So if you're watching this, it's possible that you've already purchased your Hardhat and you're sitting with it in front of you looking for some assembly instructions. So hopefully I can help you out with that. It is rather simple. It's just a little tricky the first time setting it up. So what you're looking at right now is pretty much what it looks like out of the box, minus a couple of the tools that we send you for assembly. So here you've got your white MSA V-Guard Hardhat, as well as the couple custom pieces that we've created to allow you to attach your HoloLens to the Hardhat. So this gray piece is what I refer to as the shim. So it'll come pre-installed with your Hardhat, and you can see it has a couple slots in it that allows to clip the HoloLens in. And the HoloLens is clipped in via these yellow clips, as I refer to them. So these clips, especially, you can kind of see fit into this front slot here. I'll pop this one out just so you can see. So the front slot facing forward on the device or on the Hardhat, the ratchet suspension is in the back, and the bill is also in the back with this Hardhat setup. So this clip obviously isn't of much use until we clip it into the HoloLens, but you can see that when sitting with the Hardhat upside down, the textured part of that clip should be facing up, and the clip should be going into the frontmost slot, not this back one, but into the frontmost slot. There are two clips and they're mirrored of each other, so you can see the one on the other side is just mirrored of the one I was just showing you. So let's grab a HoloLens here for a minute. So this is what your HoloLens looks like coming from Microsoft. So pretty standard. It's got Microsoft's internal headband on it here. And you can see on this HoloLens, there's two screws that hold that internal headband on. Those are Torx T8 screws, and we send you a screwdriver in your Hardhat kit for taking those out. Don't worry, this Hardhat has been endorsed by Microsoft as the official Hardhat for Microsoft HoloLens, and thus removing this headband will not void any of your warranties with Microsoft. So if you use that Torx T8, you can unscrew those screws, and they do have a catch on them, so if you turn the HoloLens around, you can use a paper clip or a pin to pop the screws out through the other side. So I'll grab another HoloLens here. So once the internal headband is popped off, we can take those clips in the same fashion as I showed them earlier and use the same screws and pop them in where the headband once was. So again, textured side up, facing forward towards the lens of the device. So go ahead and bring the Hardhat back into view again. And we'll pop out the other clips that we don't need anymore. And I'll show you how to pop the HoloLens in. So I find the best way to do this is to have the HoloLens sitting on a table facing away from you, so with the suspension and the bill of the cap facing towards you. And then same with the HoloLens, upside down with the lens facing away from you. So as I showed you before, the clip, it's a little bit tricky to see, but the clip is going to go into the front slot on the shim. And the tricky part here that many get caught up on is that this armband kind of gets in the way with the suspension. So the best thing to do here is, before trying to get into the slots, is to gently flare out the back of the HoloLens so that it clears the back of the suspension, and then allowing those clips to fit down into the front of the shim, the front slot of the shim. So here you can see that the clips are pretty much gently resting on top of the shim. Again, this is somewhere that folks tend to get a little stuck. It does require a little bit of pressure, don't worry, you're not going to break it, to pop those clips down into the shim. So looking at the side of the shim and the clip here, you'll see there's 3 notches, so that's your height adjustment. It's a little bit hard to do when it's upside down on a table, but while you're wearing the Hardhat, you can kind of flick it in between these different levels for a different eye adjustment. And then if you're looking to remove the HoloLens completely, just pull back on those clips and pop them back out of the shim again. Last but not least, in your package you'll also have a lanyard. So this lanyard will connect on either end on the yellow clips on these little bone connectors. And so while you're wearing the HoloLens hard hat combination, you'll wear the lanyard behind your neck, such that if you are in an emergency situation and you need to clip your HoloLens out of the hard hat while on site and drop it, it will hang around your neck rather than falling to the ground. So now that I've got the HoloLens clipped into my hard hat, you are good to go. We know how to do our height adjustment, and from here on out, wearing the HoloLens is as simple as putting a hard hat on and tightening down the fast track ratchet suspension. Thanks for watching.